Hi everyone, welcome to Psychic Consultants. This is Agatha. I want to say thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. I especially want to say thank you to people that have donated and to let you know that I have emailed the person that won the free reading to everyone that donated in February, and the email has the title Psychic Consultants Winner! So keep a lookout for that. A couple of things to say about this spread. So this is the love reading for March 2016. Check out your sun, your moon and your rising sign, because all three of those can resonate, and so I would check out all three and see which one resonates the most, and that's the one for you. Also, one thing to say is check it out. If you're watching early in the month, watch it again later in the month, because sometimes it doesn't make sense and then you don't get the messages, and then if you watch it a bit later, it makes complete sense. So I would definitely recommend that as well. So I'm going to do the kind of 4 cards representing you, 4 cards representing your love, and then the 4 in the middle of the way you kind of interact with one another. A couple of things to say. Your love can represent, it's someone that you're connected to, that you love. It could even be valid for, it makes sense in terms of a different connection with a father or parent or a sister or a brother or a friend or anything. Could be that. But it is usually some kind of love connection. If you're not in a relationship, it could be just someone you have your eye on. I do talk about, if you're single or not as well. It can flip. So sometimes whatever's happening on your row and their row, it might be the opposite. That does happen sometimes. Do like if you enjoyed it, please. It means a lot to me. Subscribe and share with people that you think would find them helpful as well. I think they're helpful. I get a lot of feedback. If you're interested in a personal reading, details will be below. Otherwise, just lots and lots of love. Thank you very much for your support. The deck that I'm using is the Centenary Rider-Waite deck. It has a couple of extra cards, which are just extra pieces of artwork that I use because I like them and I'm guided to, and they mean a lot to me. They're great cards, so they do come up in a couple. Otherwise, I will stop talking and get on with the readings. Hi Leo, hope you're well. Enough chat, so let's just get into the reading. A little bit more shuffling. So it needs to feel like we get a good shuffling. Then we don't. Okay, so for you we have the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Fool. For your love we have the Hermit, the Judgment card, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. And then the collective energies between the two of you, we will see later. Wow, card on the bottom of the deck is my new card. So this is one of the extra cards that come in this Centenary deck of the Rider-Waite that I'm using at the moment. For me, this is the Divine Love card, the Transcendent Love card. This is a very, very powerful card for terms of love. So whoever this person is we're talking about now, especially in conjunction with this 2 of Cups here, this is a very powerful love connection. You are being called to divine love, real love, powerful love. Okay, maybe just move over that bit so you can see it. Cool. Right, so you have it going on this month, Leo. Because emotional fulfillment is completely available and here for you in terms of love and relationship. The combination of these two cards for kind of where you're at, this is what everybody wants. This 10 of Cups, complete emotional fulfillment, the whole rainbow, all your cups are there present. Two people here in a happy, joyous union, even a couple of kids, family, a card of connection, verdant fields and bright blue skies. Speaks for itself. And see, even this 2 of Cups, it's basically, see how the cards kind of, it's the same landscape, almost. They're completely lined up. So it really is in combination with this meeting of hearts, minds and souls. This is what this is. Cups to one another, this kind of divine, you know, there you are, the lion here, Leo. This is everything in terms of love and relationship right here. So this is what's here for you. And again, in conjunction with this divine love card, my divine love card, that's intense, good stuff. And it doesn't end there, Leo. It gets better because we have the Ace of Swords, which is the victory ace. New beginnings, cutting through the crap into the truth, the sword of truth. And the aces are all, could be a new person coming in. Or if not, it's a new beginning. Because this is all about new beginnings, the aces. Number 1, the beginning, let's go. There's another one over here, I'll go into that later. But also with the Fool energy, 0, start again from scratch. This is kind of what you've got to do. This is who you're going to be for March, the Fool. The Fool doesn't need any guarantees. The Fool is love. Love doesn't need a map. It doesn't, I mean, the idea, from love's perspective, the idea of a map or a plan is just utterly ridiculous, because why would it cannot fail, you see. Everywhere love goes turns into love. So it doesn't care where it goes. It follows its joy, and this is what the Fool does. And we may call him the Fool because he doesn't think, but he doesn't need to think. Love is not a thinking energy. It's a doing energy. It's a creative energy. This is what the Fool is. And he's charismatic. Everybody's kind of drawn to him. He doesn't need anything, and therefore he attracts things to him. You know, the little dog's kind of desperate there. Reminds me a little bit of, reminded and hearing about Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Kind of that story of how she, you know, she was afraid and she was trying to get home, but she went on her journey and she met lots of different people and she found what she needed. And then it was a little bit at the end that she could get home, you know, she was always home. And the Fool is always home, and that's why he can be a bit of a nomad, because he's so secure. And he has this little rose I've never looked at properly to offer in his hand. And this is you. This is you. This is you in full alignment with your highest potential. And it does lead to victory. It's impossible not to be the victor. These are just incredibly powerful, strong cards. You're just on fire for March. On fire. Let's see what's going on with your love. Because there is this slightly different energy definitely going on with them. And this, I think, is why you do need to cultivate your faith. If you're single, this will be describing the new person that is definitely here for you. Definitely. If you're in a partnership, then this is how your existing partner is where they're at. And it is that they have these two big energies going on. I'm going to read them separately. The Hermit is all about going inward to find oneself. But yes, they're going inward and maybe spending some time alone. But when they find the light, they shine that light towards you, towards looking at you. So even if they may feel like they are far away, and I feel a little bit of that for you, it feels like there is some distance between you. They are always shining a torch for you. Their light shines for you. And it's shining a torch on this. So don't fear if they feel far away. And this is about you cultivating this faith and going. You love for no reason. You don't need them to be available to you. And if they're not available to you, that's kind of why. And they are going on a bit of a kind of internal mission, and it is to find their higher self. They're being called to more in their life. And that's kind of what happens, is that we need to spend some time with ourselves to find our naked self, like they are in this card. To be called up to their divine kind of mission. And this is about waking up. I mean, look, there's this trumpet blaring, bugle call blaring at these people. Say, wake up, wake up, wake up to who you really are. And I do feel that this is kind of what's happening for them in response to this connection, this intense kind of love connection. And it makes sense in terms of this card, this divine love. This is what it does. It calls you up to your own divinity and your highest possible self. And so this is kind of what's going on with them, and you just need to be aware of that, and don't allow your ego to be your ears to be pricked up from your kind of worthiness perspective. I feel like you need to know your worth, and you have to have faith in yourself and in love, no matter what they're doing, because this isn't a reflection of their love for you. It's just a reflection of what they need to do on their journey right now, and who they need to be, and who they want to be, and who they want to become. And it's as though, you are part of that. You are instigating that growth. And so don't get upset if they need some time. And if there's some distance between you, and I do feel that there is a bit of distance. It feels a little bit like they're in the dark, but they need to be in the dark to find their light. And all you have to do is maintain your position. And you maintaining your position is helping them to find their own light, helping them to find their highest version of themselves. So don't dim yours and stop believing in yours just because they might be doing something different. There's a lot of balance here, though, you see, because against your Ace of Swords, they've got this Ace of Pentacles. So this is all about work, actually, I'm getting. So there could be a work focus as well. And what I'm getting is don't get upset if they're focusing a lot of work on work. There could be a new job going on for them. That could be kind of what you feel is taking you away from them, them away from you. But it's always about looking at the bigger picture. These two together are incredible cards. So you don't want to lose out. You wouldn't want them to not enjoy this win here. Money coming in, or work. I do believe it's kind of a new kind of work focus, or work joy and success. it's also part of your success. Don't forget that. Whatever they're doing, whatever success they have is part of your success. This is a real connection you have here, very strong connection. And they are incredibly attracted to you because there's a Knight of Wands going on. Could be a fire sign as well, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, coming at you. This is the passion night. This is the let's get it on night. In this version of this deck, he's not quite so orange, but in a lot of my other decks, he's Rider-Waite decks, he's very orange. Passion, fire, this plumage on him. And he's coming for you. He's definitely coming for you. Just seen though on this card, there's a little pyramids there of Egypt, so that's interesting. I never really noticed those before. There's a bit of desert going on there, so that might be valid to some people. Yeah, what I get from that actually is all about this connection of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. That in ancient Egypt there was, it was very, there were female queens, and the feminine was very powerful. And it was all about kind of the masculine and the feminine coming together to create something very powerful. And things like the pyramids get built, Okay, so let's see what's going on in the middle. Interesting. So we have the Moon, the Queen of Wands, that's you, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is coming up a lot in these readings. It's all about, I feel that there's a general energy of building something together, and it's very important that we do get on the same team, all of us. We've all got to be on the same team to build a world that we can love, that can be full of love. It's very, very important. So, again, just to reiterate that they do have an intent attraction for you, because it's important for you to know that, because I feel a little bit like these three cards you might perceive as taking them away from you or have nothing to do with you. But hopefully you will feel this. I do feel like you will. I think you'll just know anyway. You'll feel so good that you will just feel great. You'll know. You'll set them free. You know, when you know that you're loved and you love, you can set them free to kind of go and do whatever they need to do. And just know that whatever they are doing, you're instigating. They're not moving away from you. They're kind of growing themselves to keep up with you. That's what's really going on. So you take to them your Queen of Wands. This is you, Leo. This is you. So you're in your element, literally, in your wands there. And that's good. Male or female, doesn't matter. Just represents you, your energy. It is a bit of a feminine energy, but that doesn't really mean anything. If you are male. It's just that she's maybe a bit more receptive. She's creative. She's open. She's fun. She's... I don't know. She's a queen though, you know. She's solid. She's regal. She's great. And that's you. So just do not change anything for what you're doing this month. You are on track. This is awesome stuff. Get ready for it. This is good stuff. Yes, at the base of you there is this building something of renown and glory, building this cathedral that these people are talking about here. And it is planning though, it is a bit of a kind of planning stage. But there is action being taken as well. It may feel a bit slow, it may feel a bit like a slow burner this month. But it's because, you know, cathedrals take a really long time to build, but they're worth it at the end. They're stunning. And you have to enjoy the process of building. It's not about kind of waiting, being on the, you know, feeling as though you're waiting for something to happen, waiting for the day when you're going to be living this dream, when the dream's available now. You've got to enjoy the process. That's what that card's about, enjoying the process. And there's a little bit of an interesting energy here with this coming from them. It's interesting. It's a little bit as though there's a couple of figures between you. And this might be connected to this, that they're kind of needing to go in to do their stuff and sort their stuff out. Because I do feel like there might be some people here, maybe from their past, that are just a little bit in the way here. That he feels he might be hurting. But this energy, these energies kind of trump. You know, you've got this Ace of Pentacles and this Ace of Swords here, so you're fine. It's completely supported and has structure around it. So, but it may just be that there's a perception that there's a little bit of something to get through, or some people that may be a little bit in the way. But fives are victories. They're kind of halfway cards, but you're going in the right track, the right direction. So that's something just a little bit to be aware of, that there might be a perception that there's some little niggly things that I feel like it's like letting some people down, maybe, in order to get to you. They have to kind of deal with it, maybe a little bit of their own guilt, in terms of maybe even just for themselves, you see. Because this is what can happen when we start looking at ourselves. We see every aspect of ourselves, and you can even feel guilty about, you know, it could be guilty about something that they've done to you in the past, if it's an old flame. It could be, if it's a new thing, it could be that it's just some people from the past that they feel that they may have let down. So that's just something to be aware of. And because you have this Moon card up here, it is all about things being illuminated, the truth being illuminated. And, oh, you can't see that very well, can you? Things kind of coming out of the woodwork to be seen. The truth. There's also a card of intuition. So whatever's happening is real. It's uncovering real things. Sometimes it may not be comfortable, but that's where this Faith card kicks in. So, you know, generally, as I said, it's so awesome. The month is just great. You are on track. This is good, and I think you're going to feel good. But it's just maybe a little bit coming from them, that there's a little bit of clearing of some old stuff that is relevant. And it is part of understanding, building something correctly, because we have to kind of look at what's true and what's real and what's emerging and who we really are, to then put the energy into creating something that we want. So just be a little bit aware of that. Okay, so I'm going to pull an outcome. Okay, so outcome card is the Empress. That's creativity, fertility. I mean, these are awesome cards. Springtime. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, moving into springtime in March. She is that embodiment of that springtime and abundance, just huge amounts of abundance jumping off this card at me at this moment. And this is what awaits you. This is where, not even awaits you, this is where you are. This is what you have. This is completely here for you now. This crown of stars. She is the Empress. She's the queen of abundance and joy, and the ability to step into the world of your dreams, actually, to create the world that you want to be in. And a very powerful card in relationship. So again, it just kind of backs up. I think the message again, if you are female, it's a big feminine energy. So if you are female, it is about being female, being maybe slightly more compassionate and open. And even if you're male, though, it's the same thing. It's about maybe just being a little bit more compassionate and open for yourself and for your love, for everyone. Really kind of going down that direction. Okay, so I'm also going to pull you a card from the Tantric Dakini Oracle by, oh, we can't see it well, by Nick Douglas and Penny Slinger. It's quite a kind of metaphysical deck that I really enjoy. Kind of some deep spiritual kind of philosophies in it, and some interesting, very interesting artwork. I don't use it, it's quite new to me, and I don't really know it that well, so I kind of use it as a bit of an oracle. It's kind of indicative of where you are on your own kind of spiritual journey, and I feel like there are some quite deep, this is very kind of transcendent energy, this card, and then this Judgment card and the Hermit. So, you know, even though it's not on your side, it's all connected. So let's just see what comes out. Right, so interesting. Number 59, Pearls Before Swine. Little poem of itself there. Okay, so I'll just read directly from the book to see what that one's about. Okay, so it says, Pearls Before Swine bears the number 59, signifying the path of discrimination through self-awareness. According to the classification by elements, this is an earth card, normally related to the suit of pentacles in the minor arcana of the traditional tarot. From behind a huge pile of pearls, an enormous pig emerges, obviously having devoured a good number of them. Traditionally, pigs represent ignorance and are therefore not suitable for appreciating the pearls, which symbolize wisdom. This card is a 20th century glyph of discrimination, warning against loss of the capacity for appreciation if the faculty of discrimination is not exercised. It has a double meaning also, for the pig is in its mystic aspect the symbol of the Dakini Vajraharahi, the diamond sow of discriminating wisdom, who in fact rules over all pearls of wisdom. Well, that seems complicated. So it's kind of like the wise looking unwise, but you're actually wise. It's very connected, I do believe, to this Fool card. So it says, use discrimination and do not let the sense of selfhood become inflated. Again, that's what I kind of said about the ego being a bit flared up by them doing their own thing. Guard against disillusionment, particularly with regard to all worldly matters. Keep company with those who bring out the best rather than the worst aspects of your personality. Interesting. So it's all about being careful who you spend your time with this month. But also to be aware of your own judgments, I do feel, because what things might look not kind of as they seem, and just have your wits about you, and that's connected to the Moon card as well. So yeah, that's another interesting bit of wisdom for you. But otherwise, I mean, this is great stuff. Great stuff. You're doing everything right. This is very strong. Divine love is available to you in March for sure. So go for it. Take that leap. Okay, so that was very interesting. If you enjoyed it, please do subscribe, because you can get my videos as they are uploaded. Do share with other people if you feel that it might be useful to them, or they might be interested in these readings as well. I do believe they are helpful, and I have that intention. If you want a personal reading, do book. I will put the link to my scheduling site below. And basically what I kind of do in the personal readings is, you know, the cards, they uncover where you are, because sometimes we're not quite sure where we are. Clarify that. Clarify again where you want to go. and then give guidance of how you get there. This is kind of how I use the tarot. It's all about living the life that you desire, and sometimes we're not quite sure, you know, even what we really desire. So I do recommend that if you would like some guidance and clarity. Otherwise, have an incredible March. Thank you so much for your support. Lots of love, and I will see you again very soon.